Normally, this particular term is very popular with engineers, civil engineers. I need exact estimate of this particular project. What is estimate? Estimate means working out what is the approximate cost. What is exact? It is exact cost. How estimate can be exact? But we use that. I need exact estimate. Civil engineering people can understand it better. Okay? And then about any book, sometimes we say, this is the original copy of the book. What is the original copy? Copy means it is not original. Copy means it is not original. We say it is original copy, which is again two different words which are contradictory to each other. And I will tell you a term which is known to all of you, virtual reality. It is a buzzing word in present day. Virtual reality, what is virtual? Virtual means which is not real. The meaning of the term virtual means it is not real. Then what is virtual reality? Reality is different, virtuality is different. But we say virtual reality. It is an oxymoron. Right? Now, clearly confused. When somebody says something which I cannot understand, I say, I am clearly confused. Say, please tell me again. So what is clearly and what is confused? Confused means you are not clear. But clearly confused. It is a word which is in usage in English, which is an oxymoron. Right? Same difference. Suppose you take a set, normally you do a lot of experiments, you take a set of data, then you compare that, suppose you simulate some program, you get some data, you compare with the real world data, you get some difference, okay? Again you take some other set of data, you simulate and then you compare with the real data. Let us say you get the same value as the difference between the simulated data and the real data. Then we say, I got the same difference. Same and difference, they are opposite to one another. Okay. But we use them together. Old news. When somebody comes and tells you, say there is another one case in Bangalore. I know already that is an old news. Actually, news means which is new. Old means something already known. So old news is a combination of two words which are contradictory to each other. Of course, deafening silence is a literal expression. When there is a pin drop silence, we say that it is a deafening silence. Deafening means normally used for sounds. If the sound is so loud, which will make you deaf, then we should say deafening sound. But for silence, this word is used, deafening silence. It is a common usage in English. Okay? Single group. Only a single group is left out of 10 groups. What is single group? Group means more than one person. Single means one person. Single group. They are opposite to one another. We use them. It is an oxymoron, right? Initial conclusion. Okay, you are doing some project and then you conducted some experiments and you go to your guide. He will ask, okay, what is your, you still have to do a lot of things. He will ask, what is your initial conclusion, you tell me. Conclusion means final thing. Initial means beginning. How can there be initial conclusion? But this is an oxymoron. This is an oxymoron, right? And there are so many such things. Let me tell you one thing. One person told that the best oxymoron in English language. Do you know what he told? Happily married. Somebody told this is the best oxymoron in English language. language, happily married. They don't match. They are opposite to each other. Right? Okay, let us move on. So, I think once you know these things, they create some kind of interest in the language. Okay, so many things are there in the language which you don't know, and they look so interesting, right? Now, how we can learn the language? I request all the people who are sitting there, some furlong away from stage, to come to the front. There are so many seats vacant here. There are so many seats vacant here. Okay. Now, there are certain kinds of puzzles through which you can learn the language. Okay. See, the very idea of giving this lecture is to attract you towards the English language, so that you can improve your vocabulary, you can improve your word power. Because once you improve your vocabulary, obviously your communication skills will improve. Okay, for that there are so many kinds of activities or puzzles, like reverse puzzles. Anybody knows what is a reverse puzzle? Anybody knows? Nobody knows what is a reverse puzzle? Okay, I will show you. Word ladders. Of course, normally I discuss all these things with my fellow faculty members. Many times I discuss. These are the things through which students should be made to learn the words in English. They should be attracted towards the language. Okay, I will also tell you about the crossword puzzles and how they create a lot of fun. How they give us joy. Here, fun means I am not undermining the language. I am not saying that English is a funny language. There is a lot of difference. If I say English is a funny language, that gives a totally different meaning. I am not saying that. I am saying learning English through fun. We can learn English through activities which give us joy. That is the meaning, right? Now, let us understand each one of this. A rebus puzzle. A rebus puzzle is nothing but a picture which indicates some English word or some English phrase, some English idiom. Okay, it indicates some usage in English language. So, for example, can anybody tell me what exactly this figure means? Yeah, you are right, perfectly right. Stepmother. Stepmother. It is an English word, but it is indicated by means of a picture. Now, you tell me what is this. Now you see carefully and you tell me what it is. Shall I play once more? So what is it? U is missing, right? U is missing. Then what it means? What it means? Missing U. See how beautiful is this puzzle, you see? If you want to send a message to somebody whom you love, missing you, you can send this, right? Right? Okay. See how creative and how wonderful it is. All letters are there except you. So missing you. Right? Now, what is this? Yeah. Can somebody tell me what is this? Stand by. Exactly. I understand. What is there here? I is there. I? Where is this I? I is understand. Right? So, I understand. That is the word which is represented by the figure. So these kinds of puzzles are called rebus puzzles. Now what is this? Can anyone tell? That is moon. It is a blue color. Yes, once in a blue moon. See, there are so many ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ones are there. These ones you can write once. Where are these ones? These ones are in blue moon. Once in a blue moon. This is a usage in English, which means very rarely. It occurs once in a blue moon. Means it occurs very rarely. So once in a blue moon is indicated by that figure. What is this? Can anybody tell? Perfectly right. It is a break fast because fast is broken. Okay. What is this? I think it is slightly difficult. I'll give a clue to you. Okay. So what is that? We have VAERs, radars. Okay, it is a word. But in between you have some space. Now can you tell me? There is a space. Where is that space? In radars. Right? Space in radars. Do you know space invaders? What space invaders means? Aliens. There are many English movies which tell you people come from space to invade the earth, to attack the earth, space invaders. See, that indicates space invaders because there is a space in word invaders. See, a lot of creativity is there in this project, right? Okay? Now what is this? Can anybody tell? Exactly. That's right. Good is there after noon. No, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Okay. Now what is this? People who have some knowledge or interest in English literature, they will know about this. This is a character. I will tell you, I will give a clue. Say what is there? Right? Exactly. So this word rob is there in hood. Rob in hood. Okay. So it means Robin Hood. Robin Hood is a legendary hero in English literature. Okay, who attacks the rich, who steals from the rich and who distributes that money among the poor. He is a hero, Robin Hood. Okay? Now what is this? Sometimes even color also plays an important role. Yeah. See, this word has no meaning at all. Action. Action. What is action? Action has no meaning. But it is in red color. So, red action means reduction. You see how you can express the words. You can create your own figures for your own works. You can try. So it brings out creativity. What is inside you. And at the same time, it ignites interest towards the language. Okay? Don't you think these are funny? Funny means not any nonsense. Don't you think they do a lot of enjoyment when you solve them? Right? You feel happy when you solve them. So at the same time, you will gain the knowledge. Say these kinds of solving these puzzles will improve your brain power. Will improve the brain power. Because you have to think a lot in a logical way, right? Okay, let us go to the next kind of puzzles, word ladder. This is another way of improving our vocabulary. What is a word ladder? Ladder, all of you know, it is a step-by-step, say it is something what we use to climb to heights, right? It has got a lot of ranks, we call them. Each step of the ladder is called a rank, R-U-N-G. Okay, here in word ladder, what we do? Word ladder is a game in which one word is taken in the beginning, and by changing only one letter in the word, another word which is meaningful is created. First we start with the word. Just by changing only one letter, you have to create next word. And next you have to change one letter in that word, and you have to create another meaningful word. Like that you should go on creating words in a sequence, each time changing only one letter. And finally, from the starting word, you have to come to the target word or the final word. Generally, the first word and last word, normally, they are opposite to one another. Of course, they may not be, but in most of the situations, to make the puzzle more interesting, we have the initial word, which is opposite to the last word. So, for example, head is a four-letter word. From head, we have to create word foot. Head is at the top, foot is at the bottom. So they are contradictory, they are opposite to one another. From head, we have to create foot. How we can do that? First word is head. Then we have to change only one letter. We have to create another word, meaningful word. What shall we do? I will change A to L. I get head. Head is another meaningful word. Okay. From head, I will create another word, hold. That means now I change E to O. I get another word. From hold, I will get fold. H, I will change to F. Fold. From fold, I will change foot. L, I will change to O. Now the last T, I will change to T, I will get foot. You see how wonderful it is? We have come from head to foot. Right? Now, let me also tell you, this is not the only way. You can do it in number of ways. You can do it in number of steps. If you know many words, you can do it in different ways. Okay, now let us see another example. Say, I am showing you another example, how we can do the same thing. Say from fold, instead of food, I will write bold. F I will change to B. Okay. From bold, I will write bold. D I will change to T. Bold. From bold, I will write boot. L I will change to O. Boot. Now B I will change to F. I will get foot. So this is another way. So that's what I said. There is not a single. But the thing is, in how many minimum steps you can arrive at the target point. That is important. Okay. Now, cold to warm, cold and warm, they are opposite to one another. How we can change cold to warm in this word ladder? I will show you. Cold, card. I think all of you know what is a card? C-O-R-D. Why can we call this a card? Okay. Computer has got so many cards. This card again I can change C-A-R-D. One word. This card can be changed as Y. Y can be changed as warm. So from cold to warm, we have changed the word. A bard means a poet or a singer. Bard, bard, wow. So there are many ways, that's what I say. There is no single way that we have to do. Right? Note to tune, they are related. Say in a tune, there will be notes. Okay, tune, I think all of you can understand Telugu also. Tune means, in Telugu we say, what is that we say in Telugu? Tune? Raga. రాగంలో ఏముంటాయి? స్వరాలు ఉంటాయి. సరిగమ పదనిస అనే స్వరాలు. ఈ స్వరాలని కలిస్తే ఒక రాగం అవుతుంది. మనకి ఎట్లయితే స్వరాలు ఉన్నాయో ఇంగ్లీష్ వాళ్ళకి నోట్స్ అని ఉంటాయి. సో ఆ నోట్స్ అన్ని కలిస్తే ఒక ట్యూన్ అవుతుంది. సో ట్యూన్ ఈజ్ మేడప్ ఆఫ్ నోట్స్. సో ఇన్ దట్ వే ట్యూన్ అండ్ నోట్ ఆర్ రిలేటెడ్ టు వన్ అనదర్. నౌ యూ హ్యావ్ టు చేంజ్ నోట్ టు ట్యూన్. How we can do that? Note, none, form, core, pure, 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 pure. Every time we are changing one letter. Can somebody do it in less than these steps? Yeah, exactly. Say you did not go all these steps. Even here itself, after none, you can write tone, T-O-N-E tone. Once you write T-O-N-E tone, next is tune. That's all. Only 3 steps. You did not do all these steps. So that's what I said. You have to try to minimize the steps as far as possible. Then you will come to know so many. So for example, I give you an exercise, let us say. I want you to change summer to winter. I am not showing you that here. I give it as an exercise. If you are interested, you can work out. Then by doing that, say somewhere you get stuck up. And then you will create some word by changing that word. You don't know whether that word is there or not. Then you will refer to a dictionary. In that way you will learn the language. Always you should refer to a dictionary. Nowadays you do not carry a dictionary, everything is there in your cell phone. You can search for the meaning of any word in Google. Google will give you the meaning. So, when you create a word, you can find out whether that word has any meaning or not. So in that way, you can improve your vocabulary, right? So cat to dog, I think this is a last example for this word ladder, cat and a dog. Cat, what shall we do next? Cat, dog, mom, pop, pop, dog. We have come from cat to dog. So this is a word ladder. Okay. Now let me go to the next important topic, that is the crossword puzzle. Actually, I love solving crossword puzzles because I was addicted to solving crossword puzzles since my student days. Okay, because they give a lot of joy when you can solve the clue given to a crossword puzzle. These crossword puzzles make use of all the things whatever we have discussed, like anagrams, synonyms, okay, sometimes homophones. All these things are used in crossword puzzles. Okay. Now, I think these letters are very small. They are not. I think you are not able to see these letters, I think. So, let me skip this slide and go to the next slide because these things are not there. Now, okay, let me tell you. See here, normally a crossword clue. See here there is a clue. I will read the clue. something wrong. How to get the required word from this? But in fact, that is not the meaning. There is some hidden meaning inside. That's why these crossword clues are called cryptic crosswords. You know what is cryptic? Encryption, you know, especially computer science students. When you put something in a code, we call it as encrypted. Then to decrypt that, you need to know what is that code. Similar to that, these are all called cryptic crosswords. They have hidden meanings. So for example, when you see this word errant parent, this errant is an indication of anagram. We have to change the letters in the word parent. By changing the letters in the word parent, what you should get is, you should get the word catch. That is the hidden meaning. But if you read the sentence directly, you don't get that meaning. You should have some familiarity. So how we can change parent to get a word which means catch? Can anybody tell? Parent. An anagram we have to create. Errant is an indicator of anagram. By changing the letters of parent, we should get a word which means catch. This is entrap. Entrap means catch. Trap is something which you place to catch. Say mouse trap. To catch rats, we keep mouse traps, right? So entrapping means catching something. So entrap is nothing but an anagram of the word parent. Same letters are there. Right? Now just one more thing I would like to show. So here, I found this a very interesting clue. A bear, a bear Asian, swimming in our western waters. This is the clue. A bear Asian, swimming in our western waters. What is the clue consists of? See here, it is a 2 words. In the clue there are 2 words. First word is 7 letters. Second word is 3 letters. Totally 10 letters are there. What is the meaning of this sentence? A bear Asian swimming in our western waters. An Asian without any clothes is swimming in our western waters. That is the meaning. But what is the answer? How do you get the answer? A person who is well versed with the crosswords, he knows that swimming indicates something disturbance, right? That means you have to change something. It's an anagram. What you have to change? You have to finally get 10 letters, right? 7 plus 3. Now we have to see where are the 10 letters. A, B, Asian. All these add up to 10 letters. A, B, Asian. From that you have to create an anagram. From those letters you have to create an anagram. What it should indicate? Our western waters. What is there to the west side of our country? What is there to the west side of our country? What waters are there to the west of our country? Western waters. We have Bay of Bengal on the east. On the west, Arabian Sea. That is nothing but an anagram of a Bay Asian. From a Bay Asian, you get Arabian Sea, which means our western waters. See, a lot of mental exercise is needed when you want to solve the crosswords. They stimulate your brain. They improve your logical power. Okay, I will skip this because these things are not visible to you. Now, I think this is visible. Okay, I think this is visible. Okay, this is a clue. Brainy translation for a politician. 7 letters. All of you know Braille is? What is Braille? Braille is a language with some notations meant for blind people to read. Right? So Braille translation for a politician. This is the clue. You need to get 7-letter word. Okay. Now this is an anagram. How do you know this is an anagram? There is an indication translation. Translation means changing. So there are many indicators for anagram. I will show some of them. So when you translate, when you change, that is when you create an anagram, you should get a politician. So 7 letters are there. Okay, 7 letters. Now Braille also consists of 7 letters. So obviously if you change Braille, you should get a politician. Can anybody tell the answer? Yes, exactly. Liberal. So in America, conservatives, liberals. These are the two political parties. Liberal is the politician. It is an anagram of Braille. Awfully eager to assent. Awfully eager to assent. To assent means to accept. Awfully eager. He is very much eager to accept. That is the meaning. But this is a clue consisting of anagram. How do you know this is an anagram? The word here, awfully means awkwardly. Awkwardly means they are arranged in a different fashion. Ultimately, you should get assent. Now, you should get a 5-letter word. So, eager is 5 letters, right? Can we change eager to get a meaning to assent? Yes? Agree? Agree means to assent. Agree you get from eager. Awfully eager to assent means agree. Okay. Confused moon starer. Moon starer means a person who is looking at the moon. Now this is how many letters? 10 letters. Moon starer, there are 10 letters. Now, how do you know this is an anagram? Because there is an indicator, confused. Confused means they are shuffled. So if you shuffle the letters moon starer, the definition is there in the clue itself. Moon starer. Who looks at the moon? Astronomer. Astronomer is a word what you can get from moon starer. So it is an anagram. Okay? So like that there are so many examples. Keeps dissolving in tears. Here dissolving is an indicator of anagram. In tears, because ultimately we should get 7 letters. In tears is 7 letters. So in tears you should rearrange. And what you should get? You should get keeps. So retains. Retains means he keeps. He retains. In tears, if you change, you will get that. So I think there are so many examples. Can somebody tell me tablet broken struggle? Here broken is an indicator of anagram. Tablet broken means the tablet is broken. Broken means it is not in order. Okay. In struggle. So it is battle. Right? Right? Tablet, you will get battle. So like that I can give any number of examples. And I think I will skip some of these things. Now you see some clues are very wonderful. So a lot of creativity is involved here. See, you see this clue? Darkness, a sort of thing. It is a 5-letter word. Darkness, a sort of thing. If you read it normally, you don't get any clue at all. But do you know it is an anagram? A sort of. Sorting means what? Arranging in some order. Right? So if you arrange, what is the thing you have to arrange? Here, 5 letters. Thing has got 5 letters. So if you arrange this thing, sorting this thing, you should get darkness. Night. King can become night. Okay? Like that there are so many, they see differently. They see differently means the eyes. They see. If you write differently, you get the eyes. They see. Eyes are the organs which see. Right? Okay? So there are so many things. I think I will skip all these things. Produce electricity from a teenager. I think electrical students should be able to tell this. Generate. Generate is an anagram of teenager. Teenager, if you write in a different way, you will use generate. Produce electricity from a teenager means if you rearrange teenager, you will get producing electricity, generating electricity, right? Okay, I'll skip this. Now, in crosswords, there is also another method of giving clues that is called charades. Of course, we have a game in normally students play dumb charades or dumb charades. It is pronounced as charades or it is pronounced as charades. Okay? So, in English, two different words, if they form a single word, they are known as charades or charades. And this particular literary device is used very efficiently in crossword puzzles. Right? So, for example, bird and man going in different ways is a clue. Okay, it is a 9-lettered word. Sometimes you have to solve the clue and then you will understand what exactly is the clue. Because it is very difficult from the clue to solve. So, can somebody tell me what is the word which gives you going in different ways? In fluid mechanics you read convergent flow, divergent flow. Divergent means going in different ways, right? Divergent is a 9-lettered word. So divergent. How the clue suits this? Divergent can be split into 2 words. Divergent. Diver means a bird which dives into the water. Gent means a man. Okay? You see here, bird and man going in different ways. Divergent. Right? Evil ruler going under. What is this? I think civil engineering students should be able to tell this. Evil ruler going under. You might have read in papers. Soil suddenly collapses, it goes under. What do you call that? Sinking. Soil sinks, right? Sinking. Sinking can be split into 2 words. Sin, king. Sin means evil, king means ruler, evil ruler, sin, king means going under. You see, this is how these charades are used. There are so many vehicle with favorite floor covering. So this is carpet. Car is vehicle, pet means favorite, vehicle and favorite. Together they give floor covering. Friend, allowed wooden platform. Pallet means wooden platform. Pal means friend. Let means allowed. Front allowed. Wall let. Totally they will buy wooden platform. Okay. Distant Chinese dynasty agriculture. If you read this, actually it sounds meaningless. Distant Chinese dynasty agriculture. What is that? Agriculture means farming, right? Farming can be split into two words. Far means distance. Ming. Ming is a dynasty which ruled China in ancient days. Okay. So, distant Chinese dynasty, Far Ming, together they form what is called agriculture. So, like this, we have a number of fruits. Okay. I don't want to. How synonyms are used in crosswords? Let me tell you. So why I'm stressing on crosswords again and again is, if you try to solve the crosswords, your vocabulary improves, because your thinking improves, your logical power improves. Okay, that's why I'm stressing. At least out of 100 people, at least if some 10 people they develop some interest in the crossword puzzles, I'll be happy. Okay, so now. Monkey follows medical man for curtains. This is a clue. Monkeys follow medical man for curtains. Answer is drapes. Drapes means curtains. Apes means monkeys. All of you know. Apes are following what? Doctor, a medical man. Here. Apes is synonymous for monkeys. Apes following doctors give you drapes, which means curtains. I love very much this particular clue. Okay, this is also a synonym. Being there, have a ball a couple of hours before midnight. A 10-letter word. Being there, have a ball a couple of hours before midnight. Actually, I got the answer. After I wrote the answer, I could understand what is the clue. Emma, what is that you said?
Cinderella.
No. Of course, Cinderella goes for a dance in the night. Yeah, I'm happy you know this story. But this is not about that story. Of course, having a ball means a ball has got another meaning. Dance. Ball dance is a form of dance. Having a ball means having a dance. Okay. Being there means what? Being there means what? Present. Right? Attendance. Another word for present is attendance. Attendance is another word. Right? So, this is attendance. But how that relates to the clue? How that relates to the clue? See, this attendance, I can say, I have to take dance. I have to take dance. That means dance at 10 o'clock. What is 10 o'clock? So what is the clue? A couple of hours before midnight. 12 o'clock is midnight. A couple of hours before is 10 o'clock. Having a ball at 10 o'clock. Having a dance at 10 o'clock. At 10 dance. Attendance. Totally gives you being there. Present. See how wonderfully the clue is formed. See, when you solve this, don't you get happiness? Don't you feel pleasure inside? Don't you feel like you have conquered a great world? Right? So that joy, that satisfaction, okay, that immense pleasure you will get from the day. So that's Now this is also another beautiful clue. After 6, everyone goes back home. This is a 5-letter word. What is it? After 6, everyone goes back home. Normally, what is the meaning? After 6 o'clock, everybody goes to the home. But what is the answer for this? Now the answer for this is villa. All of you know what is a villa? In townships, people build villas. Villa means it is home, right? But what is there here? First, VI is nothing but Roman 6. Is it not? After this 6, what is there? All going back. All in reverse direction. Right? After 6, everyone goes back. After 6, all goes back. Then it becomes home. Villa. You see how wonderful is this? Right? So like that, we have a lot of things I will stop here. Now there is a pun in English language. This is another literary device. A pun is there in Telugu also. There are beautiful puns in Telugu language. People who are interested in Telugu literature, I think they know. Pun means to create some kind of humor. See here I have written a pun is a literary device that is also known as a play on words. Puns involve words with similar or identical sounds but with different meanings. The play on words also relies on a word or a phrase having more than one meaning. Puns are generally intended to be humorous. Generally they create humor. Okay. Now, for example, I will show you. Somebody said, marriage is not a word but a sentence. Now, what is pun in that? Sentence has got two meanings. A person is given life sentence, you might have heard. The court has sentenced him for life. What does it mean? Sentence means punishment. Sentence also has another meaning, a punishment. Marriage is only a word, but here the pun is, he is saying marriage is not a word, it is a sentence. That means it is a punishment. Okay. So that is the beauty of the pun, right? Now, the cyclist was too tired to win the race. So, the sound produced by reading the sentence is, the cyclist was too tired to win the race. That means he is too much exhausted to win the race. But you see the spelling. The cyclist was too tired. Cycle has got 2 wheels. Bicycle. 2 tires. The cyclist was too tired. So that is the meaning of the pun. It creates some kind of humor. Right? Her cat is near the computer to keep an eye on the mouse. Mouse has got 2 meanings. Mouse, which we use for computers, or a rat. Okay. That musician has got a big notebook. I just now told you that the notes are there in music. The musician has a big notebook means 2 meanings. He has got a big notebook, notes, and then normal notebook. Okay. A pessimist blood type is always B negative. You see the pun here? Pessimist means he is always negative. He is never positive. So, a pessimist blood type is always B negative. B negative is a blood group. So, you know how you can create puns with this? Huh? Right? Okay. Then, before I go to that, let me also tell you, in Telugu I think all of you can understand Telugu. Anybody who is here who is not able to understand Telugu? If foreign students are there, they may not understand. Okay. Telugulo Sri Sri అనే కవి పేరు విన్నారండి ఎవరన్నా? శ్రీశ్రీ ఈ భాషతో చమత్కారం చేయడంలో చాలా ప్రసిద్ధి పొందినటువంటి కవి. ఒకప్పుడు ఆయన చాలా పేదరికాన్ని అనుభవించారు. డబ్బులు చేతిలో లేక 2-3 రోజులు తిండి లేక అట్లా బతికినాడు మద్రాసులో. ఒకసారి అతని కాలేజ్ చెప్పులు కూడా లేదు. చెప్పులు కొనుక్కోవాలంటే డబ్బులు కూడా లేదు. అట్లా చెప్పులు లేకుండా ఒక ప్రొడ్యూసర్ ఆఫీస్కి పోతే అతను చూసి, ఏమైనా చేసి కాళ్ళకి చెప్పులు కూడా లేవు కదయా, నాకు చెప్పొచ్చు కదయా అంటే అప్పుడు చూసి అన్నాడు, చెప్పుకోవడానికి ఏమున్నది, రెండంతా చెప్పేదానికి ఏముంది అని అన్నమాట. చెప్పుకోవడానికి ఏముంది, చెప్పు కొనుటకి ఏమున్నది, చెప్పుకోవడానికి అది ఏముంది, డబ్బులు లేవు. ఇలా అట్లే చాలా చాలా చమత్కారాలు చేశారు శ్రీశ్రీ. ఒక ఫ్రెండ్ ఎప్పుడు నాకు ఒక నాటికి రాసి అని అడిగాడు. నాటికి అంటే ప్లే, తెలుగు నాటికి రాసి శ్రీశ్రీ ఇన్ని రోజులు చదువుతున్నాను కదా, ఒక నాటికి రాసి, ఏ నాటికైనా రాసిస్తాను కదా. రెండొక్క ఏదో నాటికి ఏ నాటికైనా రాసిస్తాను, ఎప్పటికైనా రాసిస్తాను. దీన్ని తెలుగులో శ్లేష, ఇంగ్లీష్లో పన్ను అంటారు, తెలుగులో శ్లేష. ఇట్లాంటివి చాలా ఉంటాయి. ఒకసారి హోటల్కి పోతారు శ్రీశ్రీ, మిగతా ఫ్రెండ్స్ అందరూ కలిసి అక్కడ సినిమా బృందం అంతా హోటల్కి పోతారు. శ్రీశ్రీకి ఇడ్లీలు అంటే చాలా ఇష్టం, ఎప్పుడు ఇడ్లీలే తింటారు. ఆ రోజు ఆ హోటల్లో ఇడ్లీలు అయిపోయాయి, దోశలు మాత్రమే ఉంటాయి. దోశలు మీకు తెలుసు, మనం విజయవాడ గుంటూరు అక్కడికి పోతే మనం దోశ అంటాము, వాళ్ళు అట్టు అంటారు, పెసరట్టు అంటాం కదా, అట్లా అట్లు అంటారు దోశలు అంటారు. సరే, ఈయన ఇడ్లీలు కావాలా, సహాయకుడు వచ్చి, సరే ఇడ్లీలు లేవు సార్, అట్లు ఉన్నాయంట. అట్లే కాదు, రెండొక్క మన మామూలుగా అట్లే కానీ అంటే, సరే అలాగే కానీ అని అర్థం, సరే ఆ దోశలే కానీ లేదని అట్లే కానీ. ఇట్లాంటి చమత్కారాలు తెలుగులో కూడా చాలా ఉంటాయి. వీటన్నింటినీ పంచ. పూర్వం ఒకప్పుడు ఒక రైతులు మోపడాలు ఉండేది, మీకు తెలిసేటప్పుడు. మనకు మోటార్ సైకిళ్ళు, స్కూటర్లు ఇవన్నీ రాకముందు వెస్పా అని మోపెడ్ అనేవాళ్ళు. మోపెడ్, టీవీఎస్ మోపెడ్ కూడా ఉంటుంది. బహుశా మీకు అందరికీ తెలియకపోవచ్చు. అది 2 వీలర్. అప్పట్లో మోపెడ్ కొనుక్కోవడమే చాలా పెద్ద అచీవ్మెంట్. ఆయన ఒక రైటర్, ఆయన కూడా ఆశ్చర్యపోయారు. ఆయన మోపెడ్ కొనుక్కుంటే ఫ్రెండ్ వచ్చి, బాగుందా, ఎంత అయింది అని అడిగాడు. బాగుంది, ఎంత అయింది, తడిసి మోపెడ్ అయింది. తెలుగులో తడిసి మోపెడ్ అయింది అనేటువంటిది ఒక ప్రయోగం. అక్కడ ఆయన కొనుక్కునేది మోపెడ్, ఎంత అంటే తడిసి మోపెడ్ అయింది. మోపెడ్ అనే మాటలు 2 అర్థాలు. సో దీన్ని పన్ను అంటారు. ఇట్లాంటి తెలుగులో చాలా ఉంటాయి. ఇది తెలుసుకుంటే మీకు you will have some kind of interest towards the language. Say, what magic is there in the language? How we can create magic in the language? So these things you will understand, right? Now we will go to, I think, other interesting feature in English language, paradox. There is also what is called paradox. A paradox is a statement that appears to be contradictory at first, but upon reflection, it makes sense. First time when you read it, it becomes contradictory. You feel that it is contradictory statement, but it has got some meaningful spirit behind that. So, for example, the beginning of the end. We use this word. This is the beginning of the end of Corona. That means now slowly the effect of Corona is getting lesser and lesser. So we can say this is the beginning of the end. Say beginning is the opposite to end. But we use that, beginning of the end. It has meaning in that. Okay. Like that, if you don't risk anything, you risk everything. If you don't risk anything, you risk everything. This is a very beautiful motivational quote. Unless you take a risk in life, you cannot achieve anything. Right? నాకెందుకు వచ్చిందా ఎందుకు వచ్చింది రిస్క్ అని కూర్చున్నావు అనుకో అక్కడే ఉంటాను ముందుకు పో అంటే ఏంటి నువ్వు రిస్క్ తీసుకుంటే నువ్వు ఏమేమి సాధించగలవో అవన్నీ కూడా రిస్క్ తీసుకోకుండా నువ్వు కోల్పోతున్నావు. You are risking all those which you can achieve by not taking any risk. That is the meaning of this, right? If you don't risk anything, you risk everything. You will lose everything if you don't take risk in life. That means you cannot achieve anything. So it is a very beautiful paradox, right? Then earn money by spending it. Again, it appears to be contradictory. You have to earn money by spending it. That means if you want to multiply your money, you have to invest it in something which will generate more wealth. Without investing, you cannot get money, right? So initially you have to invest a lot of money, and later on, with the money what you have invested, you will become billionaire or millionaire. So unless you spend money, you cannot earn money. So it looks like a paradox, but it is the reality. It is a great philosophy, right? Of course, the only constant is change. This is also a contradictory statement. Everything goes on changing, nothing remains same. So, what is constant? Change is constant, because change is forever. Change is forever. It goes on, the world goes on changing. So change is the only constant in the world. So that is another paradox, right? Okay. Now, there is something what is called spoonerism. Just I will move very fast because already I have taken a lot of time. So there is what is called spoonerism in English language. It generates some sort of humor. This is named after the character Spooner. Okay. Reverend William Archibald Spooner, he is a writer. Unintentional transposition of sounds, unintentional switching of the sounds creates humor. So for example, I will not go through all those things here. Okay. So for example, here, an example of the spoonerism is a well-boiled icicle. A well-boiled icicle. So what actually he wanted to say is well-oiled bicycle. But by changing the letters, well-oiled bicycle has become well-boiled icicle. Icicle means a small part of ice. That's called icicle, right? Okay. So, for example, ready as a stock. This is a spoonerism. Actually, what he wanted to say is steady as a rock, but ready as a stock. Changing the letters, you are creating some humorous sentence. Okay. Now, you hissed my mystery lecture. what is the actual sentence? You missed my history lecture. Battleships and cruisers. Battleships and cruisers. Let us go to the last one. Our queen old dean. Our dear old queen. Letters are changed. They give a funny meaning. Okay. So that is spoonerism. And then I will see this. And then lastly, it is also, this is the last slide. It is also necessary for us to know what is a noun, what is a pronoun, what is a verb, what is an adverb. A very simple poem. Actually, this is from a book meant for children, which tells you what are the parts of figures of speech, parts of speech. Okay, see, every name is called a noun, as field and fountain, street and town. So here, whatever are there in blue color, they are nouns. Every name is called a noun, as field, fountain, street and town. In place of noun, the pronoun stands as he and she can clap their hands. He and she are pronouns. In the place of a particular person who used them. The adjective describes a thing as magic wand or bridal ring. Wand means a stick. The stick which a magician has got in his hands is called a magic wand. The ring which a bride wears is called a bridal ring. So, the adjective describes what exactly is the thing. Like that, here this simple poem actually tells all the figures of speech like adjectives, adverbs, everything, etc. So if anyone of you is interested, you can go through that. So with this, then I will close my lecture. I thank all of you. I thank all of you for your presence. I hope that at least I have ignited the interest towards English, at least in 2 or 3% of you people. So now I have introduced you to the beauty of English language. Then it is up to you to develop the vocabulary, okay, and then to make yourself more powerful. Once you become more equipped with greater vocabulary, your communication skills will improve and you will become more successful in life. So with this, I will stop my lecture. I thank Dr. Mamata and our registrar for giving me this opportunity. I thank all of you for attending this lecture and for staying here, though it is late. Okay? Thank you all.